Okay, ordinance to appropriate $48,294,167 from the fiscal year 2021-22 school reversion funds of the Virginia Beach Public Schools fiscal year 2022-23 operating budget and capital improvement program requested by school board. Okay, do we have a motion?
Second.
Okay, Rosemary.
I'd like to make a motion to postpone, and let me say why. First of all, I've never denied reversion funds to go back to the schools, and that's not my intent here. I want to make sure that the schools get all of the money that has been planned on. But I'd like to postpone it for now because I think we're really at a turning point with what's going on with the schools and the CIP, and there's a lot of things that is getting ready to happen. And this is a really large sum of money of $48 million. And one thing is we have 5 new council members, and the school board has 5 new school board members coming on. The other thing is the School Modernization Committee is going to be meeting early in January, and a lot of these funds are to go into school CIP. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be enough money to totally do Betty F. Williams, totally do Princess Anne High School, but it would be really good because we have a School Modernization Committee that they haven't been asked yet. And so I know that the clerk has been working on setting that meeting up early in January. And then thirdly, we've also been talking about a vocational education program. We brought it up this afternoon, and I think that's something that needs to be looked at as well. So I would just like to postpone this vote. We didn't, last year, we didn't vote on the money right away. It was delayed, I believe, until, was it February, John? February 1st was the date. Yeah, so my intent is not to delay this for very long. I know we're supposed to be looking at the PPEA coming up in February, but I'd just like to ask if we could postpone it just for now and maybe coincide it with our discussions on the PPEA. Do I have a second?
We had a motion already. Yeah, this is a substitute.
Substitute to postpone.
Okay, we have a motion for a substitute to postpone. Is there a second? There is a second. Any discussion on the substitute? Yes, Aaron.
Well, while typically I wouldn't mind, postponing, but this is our schools we're talking about, and there's been significant change on school board, a significant change. And so while we have, again, the means, and we've always appropriated the reversion funds at the end of the year, I don't see a need for waiting for a modernization committee to look at the reversion funds that we typically vote on at the end of the year to postpone it until February. Because then there'll be a different view, a different need, want to change up money or how much money goes back and what money doesn't goes back. And our schools need every penny that they can get. Our teachers need every penny that they can get. Our staff does as well. So I can't support postponing this when we understand the need that our schools need. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Don't say no.
I understand the point by the Vice Mayor about the new school board, but they would have to take time to be up to speed. And I trust the judgment of the current school board and the staff who gave us a thorough briefing on how those monies would be allocated. So particularly with the schools they've designated and some of the other expenditures. So again, I don't know if a delay is helpful or not, but I just feel that we've been denying the schools each time they've come before us. And we tend to say that we support schools, and I just like to demonstrate that we do indeed support our schools. And we trust the judgment of those who've come before us to explain how those monies would be expended. And I know Mr. Moss says we are the banker, but they have justified where those dollars go.
Okay, anyone else at this point? Okay, the vote is open for the substitute motion to delay.
I'm sorry, is this
That
to
is a s-
postpone indefinitely? Is that,
Is it definite or a time?
It's to come when we're supposed to have the PPEA, and I think that's in February, but I don't know the exact date.
So it's a substitute motion to defer until a specific date in February?
To postpone.
Well, a motion to postpone is to postpone indefinitely. It's a procedural motion. You said a substitute motion, that would be to defer, and you would pick a date. And then you would have to vote on the substitute motion and then vote on it again. A
Okay,
motion to
well-
postpone indefinitely, you would only vote once, but there would be no date for it to return.
Okay,
It's
do we-
effectively a motion to kill it.
Can
as
somebody
opposed
give
to
me the date
postpone.
when we're supposed to come back with the PPEA decision?
okay, let me look.
Had the first meeting in February?
Second.
Yeah, but
It's the first formal meeting or second? In February? So that would be February the 21st.
That sounds right. Okay, until February 21st.
So this is to defer until February 21st.
Can we be sure of that date?
Well, I'm looking at my calendar. That's all I can do.
Sounds,
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
the representatives from the schools are indicating that they think it's February 21st as well. Is that accurate?
okay,
Thanks.
okay. So the vote's open for deferral to the 21st. Substitute motion.
Mr. Tower, may I have your vote, please? Thank you. By a vote of 10 to 2. I'm sorry, nope. What is that? 6 to 4. With Mr. Moss abstaining, the substitute motion has passed. So that now becomes the main motion.
Okay, now this is the primary motion. Okay, at this point, the primary motion is to approve the, deferral until February 21st.
Give us just a second. We have to put it in the system. Same. The vote is open.
Okay.
Councilmember Rouse, may I have your vote? This is deferred to February 22nd, 2023. Can you close it? By a vote of 6 to 4, with Councilmember Moss abstaining, this ordinance has been deferred till February 21st, 2023.
Mr. Moss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the explanation, and I'm not going to read the whole letter. I'm just going to get the substance of it, but it's on file. My wife is a school teacher in the Virginia Beach school system, and by an opinion rendered by the Commonwealth Attorney, I have a conflict of interest as a result of that, and a personal interest as a result of my wife's employment, and I'm abstaining on that basis, and a letter is on file with the city clerk.